Hello, Transformers fans. It's Speedball Harlow, and today for you guys, I got for you from the Bumblebee movie from the brand Trumpeter, the fourth smart kit in the line, the one, the only RC. That's right, guys. This is the RC from the Bumblebee movie, and if you are asking, yes, this is a model kit, not an action figure. I say that because this isn't the first time I have been asked that such question about this line before. So, of course, I fear to get that out of the way. And of course, are you wondering, can this transformer, well, transform? No, I'm afraid not, guys. But then again, her scale, well, just like the others, well, it's a bit on the small side. And to prove my point, real quick, here's from the Kingdom series, Rat Trap. Yeah, that's she's not a big bot, guys. But where she lacks in transformation, she does make up for in detail, articulation, and really fun posability. And I can tell you that because I have built so many of these now, and well, these are so much fun to build, guys. They're easy to do, and out of the box, you don't have to paint or put a single sticker on, guys. This is exactly how she'll come out of the box. I just added a little panel line, that's it. Everything else is just from the box. So yeah, that's why I really like this line. For such a small kit, she has such really cool details to the accuracy of the movie and all that. And speaking of the movie, just as well, recent events have shown us, we've just seen the first trailer to the next Transformers movie, Rise of the Beasts, and of course, not going into many details. I'm very interested to see if Trumpeter will give us some new characters from that movie because that would also include a, well, that would also include a second RC. That would be an interesting one. And I know a lot of fans are liking that version's design. So yeah, I'd be totally glad if they did an RC from the Rise of the Beast version in kit form. I would love that. Plus the fact it would actually make sense why this kit has a second face, so to speak, literally, because for the parts and accessories you will get with this kit outside of what you're already seeing, you will of course get a selection of hands, of course, closed fists just to punch someone in the head, open hands to smack someone with, and trigger finger hands that, of course, will hold the gun, and an additional head part, which I mentioned, only the Bumblebee toy kit has actually received, and that is, in this case, her glasses version or her scouter eyes, however you want to put it, guys, her mask, etc. And that is the alternative head you can put on this kit with no problem, and with the, of course, just mentioned new movie coming would make a lot of sense to why they added this in here because from what I remember, the movie really didn't show this off that I can recall, guys. I can't recall it. So yeah. And of course, that's one reason I hope we will get it. But yeah, let's go to this now. As you can see, I have her in her gun pose. And yes, if you're wondering, you can of course remove the gun separately. It's not stuck to one hand. So and of course with the multiple hands, you can put her in any hand you want and such like that. And as you can see, fully articulated, I will show you. Of course, avoiding the back armor, you can do a full 360 with her arm. She does have an elbow bend, if you were wondering, because figures and Transformers of this size usually don't have a large sum of articulation. But that's like I said, these kits really make up for because as you can see, I can do all that from hands to elbows to arms, and of course, being on a ball jointed head, of course, they can do that. Now, the waist can only swivel, it can't go back and forth, but she can, of course, swivel all the way around like that. And the back arm here, of course, being just attached on like pegs, it's a little tight, but you can, of course, with a little adjustment, change the back's look. So yeah, there's that. And what else? And of course, with leg articulation, you of course can go all the way up that far. Do the armor, you can go so far, but that's where the knee comes in. And as you can see, she can stretch all the way to the back. And the best part I like about this one is that her ankle actually has a really cool articulated bend here, guys. So you can actually pose her in really cool slide poses. I like that. Plus, it's actually unique, guys, in the sense because of the other kits in the line. I say that because most of the other Transformer kits we got from the Smart Brine, well, most of their feet are rubber. Yeah, they're like a thick rubber part that usually goes on like a ball joint to, of course, give it its articulation. But this one, no, this one's full plastic here, so that's what I like. I like it. And yes, she has full swivel, and such. So yeah, I've enjoyed these kits, and I can't wait to get the next one, which is, of course, B127 or Soundwave. I intend to get, and of course I am very interested to see which they will announce next for this line, because of two things. One, we still have plenty of Bumblebee characters to go through, and I know I'm very interested, especially if we can get both variations of Shatter and Dropkick. I really want those. I do. I have to have them now. So yeah. And of course, before I forget to mention this detail, because it sometimes forgets, each one of these kits will always come with one of these stands you see here, which is really nice. I've played around with these now for a while now, and I like them a lot because they're, come with every kit, so that's always good for poses, for displays. And I love the part that they're all interconnectable with other such stands. And I can show you what I mean by that in a second. But of course, I especially love that each stand set comes with an Autobot and Decepticon logo, guys. So you can, of course, interchange it, swap it around, paint it, whatever. And it's just really cool to have on here when you're, of course, you got your bot on there. But now to show you what I meant by the stands connectability with my current display of bots I've added with all my current models of this same scale. Now, of course, I must quickly mention the Optimus you see here, yes, as you can obviously tell, is not from the Bumblebee movie and is not from Trumpeter. This one was from a different brand, PPL, which I'm really hoping we'll get more soon, but that's another story. But as you can see, guys, the stands are interconnectable with one another, and of course, you can swap it around, put them wherever, and because, of course, where all the peg points are, you can, of course, always take the stand out and put them on different areas to do, of course, different poses or battle poses with a Decepticon if you happen to have one, which I do. This is, of course, the Blitzwing in the line, and it is one of the bigger units in this line so far, right? That I can tell you for a fact, guys. Blitzwing is one of the bigger ones here, and I'm very interested to seeing the other Seekers, though, because we are supposed to be getting, I believe, Starscream, or at least one of the other Seekers from the movie. I can't tell you yet, guys, because they haven't announced which one, sorry. But yeah, if you, of course, want to see any others of these stuff, of course, please check my playlist for these, and it will be in the description. And yes, oh, and quickly mention too, if you were wondering, Arcee in this setup is actually pretty small compared to the other bots you see here. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Blitzwing's the biggest here, and yeah, she's a small bot. But I love the fact that I can add her to this set now because of an additional fact that, of course, if you guys know your Transformers Prime pretty well, just move this out of the way now, and you happen to be a fan of Prime especially, you guys can now have the perfect, or as I've said, the prime partnership of Cliffjumper and Arcee again. I love that. And yes, guys, he did survive from the last video, from my last review, so don't worry. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. And yes, if you haven't guessed already, yes, I do recommend Arcee here, of course. I can't wait to add more. And oh, the only thing I have to mention that was a minor flaw with mine, I don't know if it's if anyone else has had this problem, but mine seemed to have it. The armor you see right here in the right above here by the upper thigh, it's separate from the leg. And for some reason, maybe it's just me. Maybe I haven't fully connected it. It just doesn't want to stay in place as it should. I mean, it's not bothering the articulation or anything. She could still move and all that. It's just, yeah, for some reason, it just doesn't want to fully connect. I don't know. Maybe it's just my copy, guys. But other than that, guys, everything else is fine. Nothing's broken. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I totally recommend her. I can't wait to see the next announcements for Trumpeter and, of course, what movies they will work on next after Bees. So yeah, I recommend it. I thank you all for coming. I hope you're all enjoying your hobbies, of course. And well, you'll see me again soon once I get my hands on a certain scout or a certain spy Decepticon. All right. Thank you all for coming.